save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. With them things made for who? Our state. For who? Our state.
This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. But for the fifth angel of the Lord, come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand, man? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This one West world got a ring to it. I married the Jew, put a ring to it.
she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Let me get a 1W if y'all can hear me out there, man. Run the test to see if y'all can hear me. Let me get a 1W, man. If y'all can hear me. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Ala Thumb Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We are the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. We are under command of Jerry Hunter. We ain't affiliated with no other fake Israelite groups, Christian church, Muslim mosque, or any of that blickety blackety February black firepower, whatever you want to call it. We ain't affiliated with none of that. All right, man. Shalom, glad to see y'all with us, man. Give y'all selves a hand, man. As always, I'm in the building with the mighty Officer 5000, Yasharah. Yarash Salakia, brother, name so powerful. But I got a question for y'all, man. I want to know if anybody seen Salakia, sir. Officer Yarash, did you see the video with the preacher with the two boys?
You know what? I don't think I seen the video, but I think I seen the picture though. Talking about that with
he was standing with his legs crossed, sitting like this. Listen, man. Any of y'all seen that? Any of y'all out there seen that? Let me get a 1W if y'all saw that, man. It was a picture going on around, and I saw some. I ain't really trying to expound too much on it because I don't know the particulars about it, but a woman came and made another some type of video concerning that and saying that one of the young brothers that was in the picture caught a charge for molesting her child. One of the young brothers that was in the picture with him. And listen, man, I just want to say this. Like, this is why Black History Month is such a horrible thing, because we don't know our history. If we knew the history of why we have preachers, you know, sitting like that, that like the Bible has exclusive rules towards the alternative lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord does not agree with men on men, women on women. He does not agree with changing your gender, if that's what we could call it, changing your gender, right? He doesn't agree with it. You understand what I'm saying? And part of the problem is we got so many of our people who support the whole reason why we are destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even funny. And then we get to a month like February, the shortest month of the year, might I add, and we get all biggity about, oh, what we created and who we are, and we want to get into our blackness, and oh, we just listen, man. Everything we have done here has been for the benefit of our oppressor. That's right. Do y'all understand that? Everything in this country that is made, we've made it. We made it possible for this place to be what it is. For not just this place, but the world to be what it is. When it comes to technology, when it comes to food, when it comes to music, when it comes to sports, all of it. And all of it has been for the entertainment and the amusement and the progression of our oppressors. You understand that, right? And we have not, none of it has trickled down to us to help us financially, to help us better ourselves as a people. And these Christian pastors, like the one that was there in that picture with his legs crossed, sitting like this, with those two little boys, that's the problem. And if you support it, you are part of the problem. You understand? So we're going to give you the real history, the real Black history, according to the Bible. Okay? And you can only find this Black history and get it the way you're supposed to get it in the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter. That's right. You understand? So we're going to talk about bibbity bobbity bibbity. I want everybody to go with me to Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 28. If you ask anybody in this school, I think Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is probably the most important book and chapter in the whole Bible. Would you say, sir? I mean, it don't have to be. It's not wrong or right if it isn't. But to me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
where you coming from, though.
Deuteronomy 28 is damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this book is literally one of the many, I'm gonna say the top 3 factors of why everybody in this school believe and know that this is the home of the truth, and believe that we are Israelites because of this book in this chapter right here, man. This book literally describes the people. You understand? That's right. Who this Bible belongs to. It literally tells you who the children of God are, and it's not because they are blessed. Let's kill this blessed thing, man, that the Christian church always talking about. This blessing. Oh, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. No, you are not. You're not blessed. Your children are dying. Our wives are not wives. Our husbands are not husbands. Our neighbors are not neighbors. We are suffering in this place. We are being deleted in this place. You don't believe me? Look at Chicago. You don't believe me? Look at Florida. You don't believe me? Look here at Virginia. You don't believe me? Look in Philadelphia. You don't believe me? Look in South Central Los Angeles. You don't believe me? You don't? You really don't? Look at Haiti. Look at Mexico. Look at Central and South America. You don't believe me? You don't believe that we are not a blessed people? You don't believe that? Well, if you believe in the Bible, I'm about to show you through the history that we are not blessed because we get, and you ever heard the saying, you block your blessing? Let me tell you something. We block our blessings daily. You want to know why? Because we don't listen to our power, which is the only God that exists in this earth. That is the God that is in this Bible. The power that is in this Bible is the creator. The moon, the stars, the sun, the way the seasons come in. You can't tell me that ain't a God. You can't tell me it wasn't created by some unseen power. And that power only belongs to us. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And it's the things that happen to us. It's the wrongdoing that happens to us. It's the tragedy that befalls us. It's the horrible things that happen to us, which are the signs that let us know. And you will say, well, man, why happened to us? Because you don't listen. We didn't listen. We want to be like our oppressors. And I'm going to show you the history right now through Deuteronomy 28. The history that started to what we see today and what is going to lead up to what's coming. And it's coming fast. We are being run by a nation of PDF files. They don't even want you to say these type of terms because it affects them. It's who we're talking about. You have to use different terms to make these evil bastards feel good. You know who I'm talking about. The white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Now listen, I want y'all to understand this. We're going to break it down. This is what will happen. This is what is going to happen to us, because the Lord is going to make things get so bad around here till you're going to have to come to the brothers in the ISUPK. You're going to have to come to the men that Commanding General Yohana is raising up through the spirit of the Most High in Christ on this earth. You understand? You will come here. You will see that we are the leaders. You will see it. And this is what is going to happen when you do. But this is the same thing that was offered to us when we came out of Egypt. This is what was offered to our forefathers and our foremothers. This is the history and the knowledge that they were given, right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 1, it says, and it shall come to pass, meaning this will happen. This is going to happen. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power. It says to the voice, if we will listen to what God tells us. What did God tell us? Does God speak to us one by one? In the chat. Can somebody in the chat let me know what God told you this week? Somebody, if you watch it, whether you're in the school or not, if you're in the chat, can somebody tell me what God told them this week? Please. Tell me what God told you this week. Because when that scripture says, word for word, it says, if thou shalt hearken diligently, meaning if you do this, if you hold on to it, if you pay attention to it, and you do it correctly, if you do it and it's not a problem to you, you do it with all diligence, you do it correctly, right? Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, which is the Most High thy power, right? The voice of the Lord came through the prophets. When the Lord spake to Moses, he didn't talk to everybody in Israel. The Lord chooses one man to speak to, right? And that man passes it down. The Lord chose to speak to Commanding General Yohanan. Commanding General Yohanan then tells us. And guess what? That message has not changed. The voice of the Lord and what the Lord told us has not changed since the time of Adam. From Adam down to Moses, from Moses down to Christ, from Christ down to Commanding General Yohanan. You understand? To do something, right? And this is what it is. It says to observe, meaning to pay attention, to observe, to notice. You understand? To observe something, to notice it, to see it, right? And to do means to what? To do it. Not think about doing it, not say, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm not gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this. No, it says to do it, right? To do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. The Lord commanded for us to do something, and he told us through his prophet. The reason why that was so important that to expound on, the part where the Lord don't talk to everybody is because that's the problem. Y'all think that all of these, that Bishop T.D. Jakes, Martin Luther King, Creflo Dollar, Juanita Bottom, her brother, and all these people, y'all think that the Lord told all of them to come out and talk to you. No, he did not. None of them know God. Okay? Bishop T.D. Jakes does not know God. He does not know the Most High. He does not represent him. He does not speak for him. You understand? Because Bishop T.D. Jakes, just like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, none of them told you, thus saith the Lord. They all told you about their freaky dream. Martin Luther King told you about his freaky dream. T.D. Jakes told you about his freaky dream. Y'all know what his freaky dream was. Have you ever been swallowed? That was his freaky dream. Oh, his dream was the freakiest. He had the freakiest dream of everybody. T.D. Jakes did. He even standing up there, y'all remember the picture when he let Tyra Perry, the freakiest deacon of them all, put his hands on him. He wouldn't just shake it. Oh, Tyler Perry touched me. That's what he wanted to happen. He wanted Tyler Perry to touch him and swallow him. You do understand that, right? Tyler Perry is not your leader. Tyler Perry is someone who's dealing with trauma because someone touched him. And now that they touched him, instead of getting help and doing what thus saith the Lord says, what does Tyler Perry do? Tyler Perry preys on men who don't want to be alternative lifestylers. He preys on them and sends them text messages and tells them that, doesn't God want you to be happy? I want Tyler Perry to text me that so I can get a lot of money for Commanding General. Text me, Tyler Perry. Text me that so I can take you to court. You understand? Get me some millions for the school. You understand? Change my life, Tyler. Send me one of them texts. You understand? I'm going to show you how fast I'm going to have you in court. I ain't going to wait no years later. I'm going to send it in right there as soon as I get the message. You understand? Because this is what these people are, man. And they get this way because they don't do thus saith the Lord. They do what they want to do. So understand this. The Lord ain't talking or has said anything to none of these celebrities or none of these people that you call leaders, right? But he says to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Means to set us above everybody, to put us in authority and rulership. The Lord made us to be the boss. You ever heard of the saying, the HNIC? Well, that's what the Lord made us to be. The HNICs of the world. But we can't do it because we want to be like our oppressors. How do we know this? Let's keep going. Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. Meaning these blessings shall happen. They shall come to you, right? The blessings. This is what blessings are. We're about to see if we are blessed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're about to see if we are blessed, right? And it says, and overtake thee, meaning abundantly. Ain't that what y'all like to say? To be blessed and blessed abundantly. Oh, shagalaga ma ba 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 ba. Holy jiggy zoomy. Ain't that's what we like to hear in the Christian church? You're blessed. Well, we're about to see what a blessing is. All right. And it says, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power. So if all of these blessings and all these things shall come upon us, they'll overtake us if we hearken to the voice of the Lord. Let's see if we listen to the Lord. Let's just see who these blessings apply to. And we just gonna run off some of the good blessings, right? Then we're gonna get into the real meat of the conversation. Verse 3, blessed shalt thou be in the city. What does it mean to be blessed in the city? Can anyone tell me that? Can anybody tell me what does it mean to be blessed in the city? What does it mean to be blessed in Richmond, Virginia, or Chesapeake, Virginia, or Norfolk, Virginia, or Portsmouth, Virginia? What does it mean to be blessed in the city? You understand? Anybody know? Can anybody tell me? You understand? Give y'all a couple more seconds, man. What does it mean to be blessed in the city? Right? What does it mean to be blessed in the city? Think about where you live at. What would it mean to be blessed in your city? I live in Portsmouth, Virginia right now. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, boy, all I hear is that. When I look around, all I hear is Gerald Levert in my head. Ain't no love in the city. Why do we have songs like this? Because there is no love in your city. You are not blessed in the city. That's strike one. I might not even get to leave off this verse, sir. On what a blessing is. You ain't blessed in the city. Don't you go to church? Don't you go into the church house and don't you give pastor his money when you can? Don't you when you go into the Christian church? You know you can't do. You ain't perfect. God know your heart. He know your heart. So why is you blessed in the city? No, you're not blessed in the city. To be blessed in the city means you will be living good in your city. It means you would be having a nice life in the city. When you travel through this city, you won't have any trouble. When you go in this city, you are allowed to live in your city. You are not allowed to live in your city as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, especially my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Are you blessed in the city right now? No, you are not. Native Indians, my First Nation people, if you're watching this, are you blessed in the city? You ain't blessed nowhere. Soon as you seen that white devil pull up on your shores, it turned into a nightmare. But it's a reason. It just told you. Listen, it's saying if we hearken to the voice of our Lord, we would be blessed. This is important for y'all to understand because this is where the world is heading to now. It's headed. Y'all ever heard of seen a revolving door in front of a building? When that one person go in that door keep coming around and it keep coming around and it keep coming around and different people can walk through that door. You understand? Then you seen the person that play inside of it and they just stay in it and they just keep walking around with it, keep walking around with it, keep walking around with it. That's what's going on right now. It's a revolving door coming. And pretty soon, once that door come back around and it stopped, no one else will be able to turn and come in through that door no more. Because that's what Christ died for, to stop the revolving door of people who run this world. The Bible says that the wicked run the earth. So who is blessed in the city if the wicked run the earth? The wicked run the earth. That means the people that are in control today are evil. They have everything. They get to ride and be blessed in the city. Why don't you? And we're going to get into why those people got everything. I mean, they believe that, and this is the question that's going to be answered, man. The Bible, is the Bible history or is it a religion? This is Black history right here. We're going to prove that the Bible is Black history. Hispanic and Native Indian history, man. You understand? Let's keep going. All right. It says, blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Can somebody tell me when Black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indians were ever blessed in the field? Well, when were we blessed in the field? Officer Urash, Salakia, sir. Do you have a moment?
God,
do you have a any time where you seen Black people blessed in the field?
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Any of y'all ever seen somebody blessed in the field? Where y'all seen Negroes and Hispanics and Native Indians blessed in the field? We ain't never been blessed. I tell you what we was in the field. It's coming up. But we damn sure wasn't blessed. And you can tell this book is for us, man, because the way it talk. Blessed in the field. What we say, we got to get in the field. We got to get it out the mud. Mm-hmm. This is the way we talk. White people don't talk like this, and African people can't talk at all. So you know they couldn't even make words and make things that could be translated from one thing to another. Even sound the way this sound. Verse 4, it says, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. Can anyone tell me what is the fruit of your body? Anyone? It's gonna be this right here is a real one. Verse 4. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gonna understand about Deuteronomy 28, man. This ain't no joke right here. Deuteronomy 28 is the life saver and the eye opener. You understand? What is it? What does it mean when it says in verse 4, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body? Anybody? Give y'all a couple seconds. What is the fruit of your body? Trees produce fruit from seed, right? You plant seeds in the ground, it produces fruit. You know, it produces food, things that we eat. But it comes from a seed. What is the fruit of the body? For time's sake, the fruit of your body is your children. Y'all understand this, right? That is the fruit of your body, your children. Let me ask you this, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Are your children blessed? Or let me pose this question. Being Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, are having children a blessing? I want you to really think about what I just asked you. We just think about the question and think about what this is saying. This is telling you that these things, these are blessings. If you hearken and you listen unto the Lord, if you go to the church every Sunday, or if you just believe and you believe what the Christian church teaches, then you should be reaping the benefits of what the Christian church teaches, right? The Christian church is supposed to teach the Bible. This is in the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. Verse 4 says, blessed. What does it say? Let's read it again. Blessed shall be the fruit of the body. Are your children blessed? Or has it been a blessing to have children? See, when you ask yourself these questions, you have to be honest. It doesn't mean you're not saying you don't love your children. Listen, I got 5 babies. I love all my babies. But let me tell you something. It has been a nightmare. A nightmare having them. You understand? Let me explain. Because of the world we live in. You don't know if your children are going to walk out of the door and make it back inside, or if they're going to come back the way they went out. You don't know if the person you make the children with, you don't know if they're going to be a good father or a good mother. You don't know. You don't know. So when it comes to this right here, it's talking about these are the blessings, right? That you will get if you hearken unto the Lord. So obviously, you're not following the Lord if your children aren't blessed, right? Right? Let's keep going. It says, in the fruit of thy ground, in the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, in the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Meaning we wouldn't be hungry, right? If you're doing what the Lord said, you wouldn't be hungry, right? The Christian church is teaching you that you are blessed, and you're not. And when you come into ISUPK, you find out that you are not blessed according to the scriptures. Why? Because you are not doing thus saith the Lord. Now let's go into this part right here. I'm going to tell you what you are according to the scriptures. Okay? This is what you are, man. Right? We're going to start at 13. Deuteronomy 28 and 13, right? We're going to drop down to this. It says, and the Most High shall make thee the head, right? To be the head, it means he will put you in charge. This is speaking for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as a people. The Lord wants us to lead. We are not the head of anything in this earth. Nothing except for being slaves. We lead everybody in being servants. That's what we lead everybody in. That's why we fought to have a 28-day month, the shortest month in the galaxy, to say we're proud to be the people who create and make everything and benefit not at all from it. That is what Black History Month means. It means you're thankful for being the people who did everything for everyone else with their foot on your neck. You're thankful for making great big cities and you cannot enjoy them. You're thankful for being the people who can say, hey, we jumped the highest, run the fastest. And guess what? It's all for the entertainment of your oppressor. That is what Black History Month is in America. And that is how you should look at it, as something disgusting. Because every day should be about you, according to the scriptures. Every month should be about you and your children. Every month should be about you and your husband or your wife if you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. According to the scriptures. You understand? Right? And it says, and not the tail. and thou shalt be above only. Can you imagine that? Can y'all imagine being above everybody else, being in rulership? You want to know why that's a great thing to imagine? And this is the thing. You know, there's some people right now that look at that and say, well, we got to be above anybody. You know why you think like that? Because you've never been free. You don't know what freedom is. White people do not want you to be equal with them. Africans do not want you to be equal with them. Asians do not want you to be equal with them. They want you to let them have heaven and paradise on earth while you make everything for them to benefit from. What do I mean? Chinese people have a Chinatown district in every major city in America almost. We go and we do camp in DC, in Chinatown, in DC, in Chocolate City. If there's any Negroes in here in DC watching the show, where are you blessed in the city? Where is the DC Chocolate City nigga town? I'll tell you where it's at. It's in the projects. It's in the projects. It's in the ghetto. And when the certain blacks that make it out, guess what? They have to make an excuse for their blackness. They have to make an excuse to the very people that made them the way that their communities the way it is. We gonna get into that. You are cursed. Let's see. And he says, and thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Most High thy power, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them, right? The commandments are the laws, statutes, and the commandments, the ordinances given in this Bible. It's the thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not unalive, which is thou shalt not kill, but we say unalive for purposes. Thou shalt not unalive, thou shalt not envy thy neighbor. There are rules that come with these things, and it's important to understand that these were made for us. You understand? In no other nation on this earth do they have a law that beautiful, man, to where you have to respect and treat everybody of your race, of your kind, with respect. No other race or nation of people have a law so beautiful to where you have to take care of the fatherless and the widows and the poor of your people. This world teaches you that if you ain't graduated from college, you ain't a damn thing. You ain't nothing if you don't go to college. Tell me something. What does any person that went to college, white person that went to college, what does he do for the continuance of this place? Not a damn thing. You got people getting college degrees and the only thing they're doing is chalking up debt. You want to know how white people got ahead here in America? They unalived the Native Indians. They then set out and took slaves. They bought a people and brought them here to this land and enslaved them. And made and beat them and made them create everything that they have, and they prospered off of it. And when they got it, guess what? They gave you this false sense of freedom. And how they did that to you, you know what? You want to know how they did it? They took your God and changed his likeness and made it unto themselves. You worship the white man. That is why you celebrate Black History Month, because all you're doing is saying everything that we've done and we've created, it's great, but we've given it to our oppressor. That's all you've done. That's all we have done as a people, not just in America, but in Greece, in the Roman church, in Rome, in Egypt, in Babylon. in the Medo-Persian Empire. It's all through this Bible. It's records. Outside of the Bible, it explains it. We have been slaves. I'm going to prove it with the scriptures, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to drop, it says, verse 14, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Lord saying, don't go against what I'm teaching you, what I'm teaching my prophet, and I'm telling him to tell you, right? Don't do it. Don't do anything but this. You will be blessed. Right? Don't go too far to the left. Don't go too far to the right. Right? Don't y'all hear, y'all know that's a black person talking, right? Who talk like that? Don't we say that? You're getting a little beside yourself. You're going too far. I either don't go too far to the left, don't go too far from the right. I heard it just like that. My mom and dad in their mouth. You're doing too much. You don't go too far. Stay right in line. So my dad used to talk to me. You stay in line. Don't go too far to the left or to the right. You stay in the middle. You stay lined up with what I'm saying. Y'all know this, man. Y'all understand that this is a black book. You just don't want to do it because you want to be like your oppressor. You want to listen to your pastor that hold his hands up and sit up like a woman and hold the hands of little boys. That's who you want to be like. In the ISUPK, we're going to break that. All right? And it says, 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, right? It says, but this will happen, right? To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, this is where it gets serious. These are the curses. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. All of those things that's going on with us today, that is what's happening to us. It is not happening to the so-called white man's children. It is not happening to the so-called African man's children or the Asian man's children. The only children I see being unalived and suffering are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian children. And they always say it's because of this and it's because of that. I'm telling you, it is because you don't hearken unto your Lord. Right? If I could, sir, could I get the first slide? It'll be the picture with the brother, the slave brother standing there with the yoke of iron on his neck. All right. And while I don't want putting that up, I'm gonna just keep going down, man. The verse 20. It says, the Most High shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. When we set our hand to create the peanut and the internet and Star Wars and the Matrix and be great basketball players, it was for naught. These things don't help us as a people. We are entertainment. LeBron James was told to shut up and dribble. Shut up, nigga. Dribble the ball and shoot it. That's what you do. And speaking of basketball, did y'all see Michael Jordan touching on that white boy? Oh my God.
Jeffrey Jordan.
Jeffrey Dahmer Jordan.
Jeffrey.
Michael Jeffrey Dahmer Jordan, man. That is your GOAT. I'm going to leave it there. But that was disgusting. Mike touched that white baby like he thought it was that white woman he married to up there when he saw that little boy. That is crazy. Somebody need to check on Mike, man, because that was disgusting. Touching on that boy like that, man.
Michael Jeffrey Epstein Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Dahmer Epstein Jordan. Emmy. Mike Epstein. Listen, man, that was crazy. But look at what he does. He worships the white man. He left his beautiful wife for nothing. He left her Destroyed them boys' lives. Michael Jordan's son was down there in Orlando snorting up all the powder he could because Michael Jordan left his mama. Y'all don't believe that? Y'all don't believe that? You don't believe it? Billionaire Michael Jordan, his son, snorted up all of Orlando with a straw from out the biggest McDonald's in the world, which is in Orlando. He got a straw out of there. He didn't want any food. He wanted the straw so he could snort up the whole campus because his father left his mother. Everything that the world praised his father for being, he knew who he was at home. But these are your leaders. These are the people you want to be like. If Michael Jordan told you right now, love everybody, all y'all would. And then he's going to get up, like today, in NASCAR and touch on a child in front of the whole world to see. And that was a little white baby, and it pissed me off. How dare you? But where's the outrage? There is none, because we are in a world that is being run by PDF files. You understand? We are under a perverted beast, right? Now I want y'all to look at this image right here. That is called a yoke of iron, right? I want y'all to understand this. All of this is in the Bible, okay? All of this is in the Bible, right? Deuteronomy 28, right? We're going to stop down, right? Bibbidi, bobbidi, bobbidi, bibbidi, bobbidi, bibbidi, bobbidi. I want just leave that right there if you could, Bubba Kashaw, sir. I want y'all to understand this and understand this good. All right. Everything I'm about to bring out, I'm going to come back to that one. But I'm going to come back to verse 30, right? I'm going to come back to verse 30. But we're going to go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Keep an eye on that picture right there, right? Deuteronomy 28, 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. What does it mean to be given to another people? Does it mean somebody going to hand them to you? Or somebody introduce you to them, or what? In this case, given to another people means the Lord is going to give your people to these people. The Lord is giving you over to these people, right? The Lord is doing this. But what it means is your children shall be given, meaning someone is going to take your children. Another person is going to take your children, take over you and your children, right? And thine eyes shall look and fall with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. ICE is taking the children away from the Hispanics and giving them to God knows well. Our people, our forefathers, foremothers were taken and given into a hand of another people. And they were made slaves with yokes of iron upon their neck. You understand? Drop down to verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. The wood and stone is the cross and that rock with the Muslims. All right? Understand this, man. These religions were put on us by our oppressors. The cross is the wood. The stone is Muhammad. The Lord is telling us that we would serve them. This is the Arab religion, right? To be a Muslim, right? So God didn't give them over to that. You understand what I'm saying? The Christian God is the white Jesus. He didn't give them over to that. He's their God. But they gave us the cross while the white man kept Jesus. The white man kept white Jesus, right? But he gave you a cross. That's why you wear the cross on your neck. That's why you wear that picture, that encrusted picture with that white man with that thorn on him and call it a Jesus piece. You worship that. That is not our history, man. That is a curse. Because the God you worship in Christianity and in America has nothing to do with you, right? Verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb. That is an astonishment right there, man. Do you understand that this was a real man that had to walk? Can you imagine walking around with that on your neck? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that being on your neck? A proverb. You understand? Being a proverb and a byword. Becoming niggas, spicks, savages. You understand? Becoming a proverb, like becoming some whisper in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like these people look at us like we're crazy when we say that we are the children of Israel. They say, where's your proof? This is the proof. I'm a nigger. That is the proof. You call me a nigger. Right? And then it says, among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. All those brothers that went over to Vietnam to fight in that war. What do you think the Vietnamese called them? They called them niggas, spicks. We are mistreated and misrepresented by everyone in this earth. And it's because we do not listen to the Lord, man. All right? Drop it down, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. The white man has come up unto you, man, and has gotten very high over you. All the things you celebrate in Black History Month are nothing more than gains for your oppressor. Nothing the white man does benefits you. These curses ain't fitting him. Right now, if I was to look at the Christian pastor, I see who's blessed according to the scriptures. If you want to tell me, it would be the white man. It looks like the white man is blessed. Right? So like this, sir, if I could, can we get the can I get the next with the slide? I think it was the one I sent right after that. It's about the slaves, I think. It's talking about, it's actually breaking down what the picture was. There it is right there. All right. Now, we're going to drop down to Deuteronomy 68, right? 28 and 68, right? We're going to move around a little bit, jumping back and forward with this, right? Now, it says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, now, when we came out of Egypt, right, the first time we walked, right? In the Bible, it says they walked out of Egypt. It don't take nowhere to get from Egypt to Israel, the land the Lord gave us. You know, we don't have to take a boat to get there, right? And when we came out of Egypt, we walked there. So it says this right here is a prophecy. It says, I shall bring you again into Egypt, right? By way of ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right? What does that mean? This is what that means. What that brother, you seen that sign up under him, it says sold, right? If you go back and you look at that, Salaki, sir, could you scroll it back just for a second? I want them to see the part where it said the brother was sold. on that picture. Right there. To be sold. Can you find me another picture or any other evidence of any other people being sold as slaves? Show me it.
Right.
Show me, since you got the white Slavics. Show me the fake Jewish man being sold and becoming a proverb. That is a bondman, a slave, a bondwoman. To be bonded or bound means to be slaved. The word Egypt means slavery, bondage. You understand? You are a slave. And the Lord said in Deuteronomy 28:68, I will bring you into Egypt again by way of ship. It's called the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? It is the biggest atrocity and crime committed towards any people on this earth. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It is because we do not listen to what the Lord tells us, man. We don't follow what he tells us. Our leaders lead us away from following him. If you seen that the Bible had the transatlantic slave trade in it, wouldn't that give you something to think about? Don't you ask the question, well, why were we slaves? We spend so much time trying to be something else when, listen, being the slave is what is going to open your eyes to who you are. Because this book tells you why you were a slave. Slack, sir, if you could go to the information that it had on there. I'm pretty sure they can all see that, but go to the excerpt, sir. Bubba Kashab. Please, sir, the water. It says about the image. This image depicts a photograph from the 19th century United States portraying a black man in a slave market, right? The image illustrates the forced bondage and commodification of people during the era of the Atlantic slave trade. This is in the Bible, people. That was just in this is what the Bible is talking about. I think that's black history right there. I think that is the history we need to know about. Not that we were slaves or how did we let this white man get over? This is how we let him get over us, because we didn't listen to the Lord. We didn't understand that sex was marriage. We didn't understand that we're not supposed to sleep with other men and other women from other races. We didn't understand that we weren't supposed to be Christians and Muslims and become Buddhists and drug addicts and drug dealers and gangbangers and child molesters. We didn't understand that. Michael Jordan doesn't understand that he's not supposed to be sitting there rubbing on some little white boy. Don't even get me started on these Christian pastors. Right? Let's keep going. It shows a person holding iron tools of restraint. The white man is so evil, he had to put a yoke of a tool of restraint. What was he trying to restrain? What was he going to do?
Right.
He couldn't do anything. He couldn't go nowhere, but it's in the Bible. It wasn't what the white man was doing. It was what the Lord put in him to do, to show you, Negro, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, that you belong to God, the only living power in this earth. That is the only reason why the white man has power over you today. And now is the time to take the power back. Not to go in the streets and march, but to come into ISUPK and learn true black history, true Hispanic history. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Highlighting the brutal methods used to control enslaved individuals. Right. The sign in the photograph explicitly advertises the sale of human beings. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Come on. If not, show me who. Show me the devil then. If you can show me a devil, I'll take this off my head. I'll take these bracelets off. I'll throw down my priesthood. If you can show me another devil, show me him. Show him. Where's the devil that y'all say live in the fire? Is he doing this? Did he gather up the niggas? The devil in the hellfire. The devil y'all always talking. There is no devil in the ground and fire waiting for your dead soul. When you die, your soul is going back to the Most High. You are dead. You're not going to burn. Your ghost gonna burn. Your Patrick Swayze. Your Patrick Swayze gonna burn. Huh? You gonna be Patrick Swayze burning? No, you're not. Ain't nothing over there for you. When you gone, you're gone. But the real devil put that yoke of iron on that brother's neck to be assigned to the people. Why all Africa ain't got yokes on their neck? Because you do not hearken to what the Lord your God tell you, man. That's why. You understand? Verse 64, we're going to go up to that. Deuteronomy 28. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. There it is again, that wood and stone. What is it with that wood and stone? What is it? Salakia, sir, can you get me the image? First play. Could you play the thing I sent you? I'm finna play y'all a clip real quick, and then we're gonna get into the slide with the Christian church thing first, and then get into the blacks and the Hispanics, if we could, Bubba Kushal. I want y'all to listen to Jamal Bryant. This is Jamal Bryant, another pastor who leads the Lord's people astray for money. You understand what I'm saying? But he about to bring out a little bit of history, and I want y'all to pay attention to it, right? He about to tell you why the so-called black church exists. And this is why a church, because listen, the Lord said you were going to serve wood and stone. We're going to talk about the wood today. We ain't going to get into Malcolm X and the Muslims. That, to me, it's, if you don't know the history on being a Muslim, man, listen, we're going to bring it out. I'm going to get with Officer Yarash, man, and see if we could put together, because he's the expert in destroying Muslims. You understand what I'm saying? He's an expert in destroying Muslims. So we're going to get together. We're going to probably try to put something together before this month out. But if we could, Bubba Kushal, we'll see if we could get that done. I'm going to see if you want to put that out and help me put something together with the Muslims, because that is a big problem as well. But everybody called the Muslim religion the jailhouse religion anyway. That's what you know. I did a class not too long ago bringing out the white man that started the Muslim religion. You understand? Just that's all you need to know. A white man told Elijah Muhammad that he was gonna leave and die and come back and save black people. Right. That's the Muslim religion in a bunch. Ain't too many Negroes trying to be Muslims these days. More of them are being Christian. You understand? Martin Luther King was a Christian pastor. You understand? He led us into being Muslims. If it was not for him, you wouldn't be that. But this is why you had to make a black church. Go ahead, sir, Bubba Kushal, if you could. I want y'all to listen to Jamal Cricket Bryant, too. He a cricket pastor as well. I want y'all to listen to this, brother, man.
And that sounds good if you don't understand, for historical reference, that in St. George's Church in Philadelphia, 1787, a man by the name of Richard Allen was praying on his knees, and a white gentleman who came late had the ushers tap him on his shoulder, and they had Richard Allen get off of his knees, y'all ain't gonna believe it, so a white man could pray.
Stop right there, sir.
All of the blacks at St. George's Episcopal.
He said, y'all ain't gonna believe it. He said, y'all ain't gonna believe it. Y'all Y'all ain't gonna believe what these white people made this black man do at church. See, this is the crazy thing because we keep bringing out what salvation is in the book of Luke. Luke chapter 1. You can start at verse 65. Work your way down. When you get to verse 70, 71, I think it is, it tells you what salvation is for. We seen right here in this scripture, the Lord said he will make you the what? The head and not the tail. Does this sound like a brother that is being the head or the tail? He had to get up from praying, right? To get up and let two white men pray. Let me tell you something. The most segregated place on this earth is Sunday morning in that church. White Christianity and black Christianity is two different things. White Christianity is we are the representation of Christ. Two, the black church, we love our representation of Christ. And we want to worship him. That brother that he was getting ready to talk about got off his knees. And when it started was called the AME Church. The only reason why you have a church that is for black people only, right, is because this brother who Jamal Bryant was talking about was in a white Protestant church, which Martin Luther King was a Protestant preacher. And he became Methodist because of the brother Jamal Bryant is talking about. Martin Luther King followed a Protestant preacher, but he was a Methodist preacher in his own church, an AME. What is the difference? The Martin Luther King that sat for the Protestants, he said Christ was him. He was Christ. Martin Luther King said, guess what? Then you're my savior. And I'm going to have a dream. I'm going to name myself after you. And then I'm going to have a dream. And I'm going to tell my people that dream. And my people are going to follow you. When the Lord said he would make us the head and not the tail, if we did what he said, Martin Luther King is an evil bastard. The only reason why there is an AME church is because a black man couldn't pray to his white savior in the same church. The white man don't even want you to worship him in the same building. Salakia, sir, if I could get it, can I get the slide that talks about Christianity in America first? Come, we done with the video. That's all the video was just saying, is that these Negroes know that the white man don't want you to worship God in the same building with him. He don't want you to worship him there. He wants you to worship him in your own building. You can't sit in here with me. I thought God loved everybody.
Was this for later, or did you want that for the last one too? Or is this one for later?
We can use that one for later. We can use that one for later because I'm gonna try to bring it back. The time be creeping up so fast.
And which one you want again?
That's the slave patrols. That's the black on black crime. Bibbidi bobbidi. Keep going up, Bubba Kusha. Right here. This the one right here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Then we're gonna get to the I'm gonna get to the others.
I just wanted to make sure that I remember you brought it up.
Come. That's the one I want to go to now, sir. The one right there.
Most time.
All right. I want y'all to read this, right? And I want y'all to understand. This is the reason why the Lord keeps saying it's about serving other gods, right? The only way these curses could come upon us is if the Lord brought somebody to us to do this. Understand this. Make no mistake about it. The Lord is doing this to us. This is punishment. Being under the white man is not a day or something to be like, oh, well, no. It is a punishment. It is a punishment for not doing what you are told. You have been brought into bondage. You have been brought into slavery. And you have been given a God of wood and stone. This is important to know because this is why your children are dying in the streets. This is why your husband is going to unalive you when you speak so horrible to him, because he's not a man. This is why your wife is going to leave you and sleep with your friends and every other man she can, because you are cursed. We do not have the blessing on us because we keep following after these gods. We have made the white man our God. We have made the African man our God. We have made the Chinese man our God, man. Y'all don't understand that? We ain't blessed. We cursed. We say it all the time. You don't never hear a white person saying we got to break a generational curse. Show me a video, anybody. Show me a video of a white man saying they got to break generational curses. I'll take my crown off and throw it. Let's read this, though. It says the most popular religion in the United States is what? Christianity, with the majority of Americans identifying as Christian. Though its dominance has decreased and the unaffiliated group, those with no religion, is growing significantly. Why is that? Why do you think this is growing? Because white people even know that Christianity is bullcrap. White people understand this. And Chinese people, they don't come here and turn Christian. Do you know if China, right now in Iran, ain't that's what they was doing? They were so-called unaliving the people, the so-called Christians over there. Because Christianity is white supremacy. It is white supremacy. Right? And it says, though, its numbers increase, is growing significantly. All right. Within Christianity, Protestants make up the largest share, with Catholics being the largest single domination, followed by Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Islam as the next largest faiths. And that's why I left Islam on, because Islam really just for drug dealers.
Right.
Islam, if you're a drug dealer and an unaliver, you become a Muslim. Essentially. You understand what I'm saying? That's what Muslims and Buddhists, niggas who want to be with Buddha, you know, something, you a drug dealer. You get that in jail. Right. You learn how to yum no hore geikyo in there. You understand? But when you out here and you just use a Christian, you understand that, right? And key figures and trends, Christianity around 62 to 69% of Americans identify as Christian according to recent Pew Research and Gallup surveys, right? Protestants account for roughly 45% of the population, with evangelical being a large part. All right, sir, let me go to the part where it says the black church. Did I send you that? Did I send you that one?
Possibly, we can see.
If I did not send you that one, I'm going to see if I could get to
Let's
it.
double check. And it's not in this one, right? For sure.
Yes, it should be one on there with the Black Christian Church.
Okay,
should be in there. Right here, that's the one.
This one right
oh, no,
here?
that's the one with Hispanics.
Latinos. Okay. It's probably in here.
Let's start with, we can start with the Hispanic one. We can
Sure.
start, we can start with that one. We can start with that one.
It might be just up more because it may be at
We can start with that one. Now, this is for the Hispanic brothers and sisters, right? Y'all look at these numbers. Approximately 66 to 67 to 76% of Hispanic adults in the United States identify as Christian. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Damn.
You mean to tell me that all of these people that ICE picking up, all of these immigrants, all these illegals, they Christians? And ICE is picking them up? And United States is a country, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all? This is the reason why ICE is taking the children. This is why ICE is picking you up, because you're 67 to 76% Christian. 43% to 47% identifying as Catholic, and roughly 17 to 23% as Protestant. While Catholicism remains the largest religious group among U.S. Latinos, it has declined from 67% in 2010, while the unaffiliated population has grown to 30%. Now you're seeing that all of you, what's that? Hail Mary, full of grace. You're worshiping a God that is not your God, Hispanic brothers and sisters. ICE is snatching you up because you love everybody. Christianity has taught you to love the very person that enslaved you in the first place. That's why he able to grab you up. Let me ask you this. Do you think if it was just other black and brown people coming to grab y'all would let them take you? No, the hell you wouldn't. You would fight back. You would stay away. You come to America and stay separate from your brother. When the Hispanics come to America, black man, you treat them as if they are your enemy and you stay away from them. But if you would have known that you two are brothers, you would have stayed away from the white man. You would have stayed away from the African man. And ICE, you would have stayed away from his God. And ICE would not be able to get you because 67% and 76% of Hispanic adults are Christians. And Christians bow down to white Jesus. We just read in Deuteronomy 28 that you would bow to other gods. You would serve your enemies. You understand that? Man, listen, man. I don't know what it's going to take for our people, man, to understand that we are in trouble, man. We are in trouble. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to go to 30. Deuteronomy 30. We're going to stay in Deuteronomy, man. We're going to stay in Deuteronomy. Try to get out more of these scriptures, man. That's what I want to concentrate on, getting the scriptures out. Y'all get the ideas when the pictures come up on. I mean, look at that number. Oh my God. That is crazy.
It's insane.
It is insane. It is insane. It is insane. It is insane. So, like, sir, if you could you, let me see. Go back, go. You can keep going right there. That's what I want. Yeah, leave that right there. All right. If you can leave that on the screen for the brothers and sisters to look at it, right? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. I'm going to read this to y'all. Y'all watch this. Stay with this, and I want y'all to just keep an eye on that, right? It says, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee. The Lord Moses is telling the children of Israel that this is going to happen to you. You're going to mess up. This is it. You've seen it. You're going to be cursed. You're not going to be blessed. But this is why this is important to know that you're going to be cursed. Because your children that come thousands and thousands of years later in 2026 are going to read about this and see that they are the children of Israel and that they have a God that they have to listen to. And they have a power of something that they have to listen to. And if they don't, Donald Trump is going to destroy them. America is going to destroy them. Christianity is going to destroy them. Islam is going to destroy them. Deuteronomy 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations. Here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, we are letting the world know that we were a blessed people at one time under King Solomon. You understand? We received the full blessing. You understand? And now we're receiving a full curse. We're letting the world know who we are. Because the Bible says that in Revelations 2, I think 2 and 9, is it, sir? It says, I know them. I know your tribulation and your poverty. And I know them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Black history should have been about identity. Black history in America is not about identity. It's about showing the oppressor, this is what we've done since we've been here. This is what we've given you. Without us, you couldn't have this. So what? Who gives a damn? How about let's say Black history is this? What have you done for us lately? What tribute have you paid? What buildings have you built us to live in? You understand? It's coming. It's coming. A time is coming. Black people, Hispanic, Native Indians, get ready. A time is coming. We will not be the tail anymore. We will be the head. Do you understand? Zephaniah says, gather yourselves together. We cannot gather ourselves together. The nation not desired. We can't gather ourselves together if we keep doing this. And I'm going to tell you who it is. It's about to show you who does it. This is who brought the curse on us. For us not doing the things that we were supposed to do, the Lord brought someone here to put these curses on us. And here it is right here. If we could look at the top, sir, the top of it, sir. Most crime labeled black on black crime is primarily caused by structural, economic, and environmental factors rather than race. We are not like this because we some dumb black people. Even Google knows that. You just don't. You think niggas is just bad people. No, it's because of structural, meaning the structure in which our people have to live in, right? The economic and environmental factors rather than race. Who determined all of this for us? The white man. That enemy in Deuteronomy 28 that the Lord said you will be given to, they made these conditions for our people, right? And it says key drivers include this. It said key with a capital K. The key drivers include concentrated poverty. My God. Do you know what the word concentrated means? Shalom. Class is over. Let me read this. Let me read the security announcement, sir. Class is over. Class is over. We don't need to teach the concentrated poverty, man. That means someone sat and thought of how to economically deprive you of food, money. Just the most poor, the poorest of poor. Somebody created that for you, right? And it says high unemployment. Well, damn. I want some, y'all got another devil? Because this is showing me, this means curse. This is what it means to be, are we blessed in the field? Are we looking blessed in the field right now and in the city? No, we are not. You understand? And it says high unemployment, systematic disinvestment in neighborhoods, meaning they don't put any money in your community. Black History Month is a facade to make you feel special in the most detrimental disinvestment.
God damn.
Shalom.
Shalom. Systemic disinvestment.
You understand? The project was created for a reason. The ghetto was created for a reason. To keep you oppressed. And they gave you Christianity to overlook this. Hey, listen, man. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. I see it in your face. Go ahead, Ottawa. Go ahead, Ottawa.
Brother, what you're bringing out is heavy because I'm going to add to your point real quick. There's something called family retention, right? And family retention, especially in Norfolk, right? And this is most likely in actually not most likely. This is happening in every Black, Latino, Native American community where we are extremely condensed in.
Right.
And family retention, meaning that our families are destroyed. There's a problem with the family dynamic. There's not enough fathers in the home. Too many mothers are working too many jobs, so they're not actually able to be there for their kids and even pour into their children because they're slaving about 12-hour shifts. No matter if you're a nurse, you could be a flipping hairstylist. You're working still 12 plus hours at times. Like, we slave that much. So there's not a much. You don't have that much time to pour into your children.
Right.
And so then you go to the school and they're saying, okay, well, Norfolk schools or any predominant black schools are suffering from family retention. So, and it's because exactly that. And so now they're saying this is affecting the test scores. Right. And test scores are exactly related to the funding that school gets. And so that is the systemic disinvestment right there. It's like it's crazy, black and white, brothers. It was a lot. Get
that brother a hand, man. And we have to bring this out because this is black history. Right. Black on black crime. You understand what I'm saying? And they label it that and try to say, this is why we're doing it. We're in power. There is an attack on us. There is a war on us. This is, and listen, understand this. It is the Lord that is doing it. Understand this. He is doing it because we do not listen. We can show you. Do y'all even care about the crime that's going on and the way we live? It's because of our conditions. What tells us to overlook those conditions? Christianity. Christianity says, you're gonna touch that child, Michael Jordan. It's okay. You're going to steal. You're going to be a drug addict. It's all right. I know your heart. Just give this money in here and you will be blessed. Will a man rob God of tithes and offerings? You go in there, you put your last in the bucket, your light still get turned off. Why? Because there is an enemy that is over you who takes, and everything that this month stands for, nothing you've invented, nothing you've helped contribute as a people, nothing you've done matters here. Screw Black History Month. This is Black history right here. Right here. Systemic disinvestment in neighborhoods and historic residential segregation. Wow. You know what? I don't know what else y'all need to see. You don't see no one. Listen, Africans that so-called suffer poverty and all of that, they're like that because their people are doing that to them. Right. Chinese people that suffer poverty, it's the Chinese people doing it to them. White people that suffer poverty, it's their people that do it to them. But when you, Hispanic man, Black man, and Native Indian man suffer, it is because you are oppressed. You can't have anything because you are only meant to serve, because that is what you get for not doing thus saith the Lord. And your leaders, whom you will praise for 28 days, all of them wanted to be a white man because of Christianity. Your whole civil rights movement was to fight to be somewhere where you wasn't wanted. And the Lord didn't want you there no way. He wanted you to stay segregated. He wanted you to stay away from them so he can make you the head and not the tail. You can't take everybody with you. You can't take nobody with you except for your own people. And this is what happens right here when your people got another person's foot on their neck. These conditions create high-risk environments that disproportionately affect Black communities, leading to higher rates of violence. My goodness. I thought it was because Black people was ignorant. I thought all of this was going on because, we just didn't know no better, right? I'm showing you right now in the Bible why. It says this, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Most High thy God have driven thee. Verse 2, and shalt return unto the Most High thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Listen, you don't want to go through this no more? Change your lives, man. Come into the ISUPK under commanding General Hunter and learn what it is, what the Lord wants you to do. And the Lord will take the curse off of thee. He will take it off of thee. That's how you break generational curses. You come into the ISUPK and you learn how to serve God correctly. Not as a Christian, not as a Muslim, not as a Buddhist, not as a Catholic. None of that crap. You learn how to serve as a child of Israel. A child of the people of the nation of Israel. Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, man. It is only for you blacks, Native Indians, and Hispanics. Y'all see what's going on, right? And it says, verse 3, that then the Most High thy God will turn thy captivity. What is a captivity? A captivity is slavery. There is no other people on this earth in captivity. Y'all do know that, right? There are no other, on every continent of this earth, there are no other people being ruled over or having to be mixed in. Y'all ain't never noticed that? China is for the Chinese. Japan is for the Japanese. Thailand is for the Taiwanese. Iraq is for the Iraqis. Only here in America are there a people who are underneath a group of people who are so wicked. Y'all can't see this? I don't know what other proof you need. Right? But in verse 3 it says, then the Lord thy God, the Most High thy power, will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Most High thy power have scattered thee. The Lord is coming, and we're coming in that time, whether you like it or not. The Lord is about to bring about the captivity. The Lord remembered that brother with that yoke of iron around his neck. Listen, some people were created for certain things. All people were created for God's purpose. The Most High is using these ruthless, evil people that reign over us and rob and steal from us, right? He's taking these people and using them as a witness to us that he is who he is. He's going to destroy these people. Just like he destroyed Egypt. Just like he tore down every empire that had us as slaves, from Babylon to Rome. Rome fell. You understand? For what it did to the Lord's people, man. Greece fell for what it did to the Lord's people, man. The Medo-Persian empires fell for what they did to the children of Israel, man. God destroyed them. But yet we still make them our gods. We still celebrate Christmas, which is the worship of an African man who made himself a deity. Nimrod. Look it up. When you celebrate December 25th, you celebrate an African. The very people that sold you to the white man. But yet the Christian church says it's what? It's for the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Stop being a sucker. Save your children. You don't love your children if you celebrate Easter, the worship of Ashtaroth and Easter bunnies. You don't love your children if you celebrate birthdays. You don't love them. You don't love your wife if you will whore her out. You don't love your husband if you will whore around on him. You don't love God. It doesn't matter what month you try to make into Black History Month. It doesn't matter what person you think is a good leader in this and that. It won't take the curse away. It won't make you free. You're going to sit in that bed every night and cry and worry and have no doubt, have no knowing, no assurance if tomorrow is going to bring life or death. That's in the Bible. Let's keep getting some more of the Bible. You understand? Verse 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the utmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Most High thy power gather thee, and from whence will he fetch thee? And verse 5, and the Most High thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. The Lord will put us and make our lives better than the people that came before us, man. And listen, understand this, man. Understand this. The Lord doesn't need you. He wants you. He chose you for himself. The living God. He didn't choose nobody else but you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. He chose us to be the representation of the living, breathing creator of this world. The Arabs beating their head on a rock, man. The Jewish man is over there beating his head on a rock called the Wailing Wall. And you over here beating your head against the feet of this white devil that has taken your whole heritage, taking your whole identity. You want to know, listen, you want to know what it is? Let me get this for y'all, man. Revelation. In the book of Revelation 13, we're going to start at verse 9. I want y'all to understand this, man. I'm gonna get this in there, man. This is what we waiting for. This is what we waiting to happen. God did not forget about slavery. The Lord has not forgotten. When it says the Lord will put all these things on the nation, the people that did this to you, when you turn and change your ways, this is what he meant. This is what he's going to do, right? Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. We all got ears, right? So what is it saying? It's saying if you have an ear, when you hear this, understand this. Listen to what is being said and understand. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Now, what is captivity? Captivity is slavery. Who led into captivity? I'm still waiting for somebody to show me all these slaves that all these other races had. There were none. We are the slaves. We were the slaves. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We were the slaves of the transatlantic slave trade that is prophesied in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Where I shall bring you again into Egypt by way of ship. We was brought into that captivity by someone, right? And that someone rules the whole earth. And the Lord said if we would turn back, he would turn our captivity, right? Let's see what it says. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Didn't that thing up there we just read basically say that this is a war? Black on black crime was started because of a war on the people. The white man has killed us, unalived us for generations after generations after generation after generation up until this day. And the Lord said he has to be unalived. So now the Lord is telling you, he who led into captivity, he who created the slaves must go into slavery. He that unalived the slaves through war must be unalived, right? Let's keep going. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Listen, if you a so-called Christian, the Christian saints, white Christianity, listen to me. If you're a real saint, you praying to go into slavery. That's what you praying for. Pray to go into slavery, white man, since you love God so much. Black Christian, pray for the slavery, for the enslavement of the white race and the African race and the Muslim race, or the Arab race, should I say, the Asian race, everybody who takes part in the robbing and spoiling of the Lord's people, man. Pray for that. You don't think so? Let's go. Let me see. Okay, we still got a little time. Bring out a couple more of these scriptures. Let's go to Zechariah. Book of Zechariah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Galatians. We'll go to Galatians, man. Because we got to understand, man, this is what Christ came to do. Galatians 3:15. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 10. Galatians 3:13. That's where I'm at. Book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 13. Christ have redeemed us. What does the word redeemed mean? It means he's brought us back. He's brought us back from this. He's paid a price, right? He's paid a price for us, right? Has redeemed us from the curse of the law. What is the curse of the law? Anybody know what the curse of the law is? Anybody can answer. Does anybody know what the curse of the law is? When you broke a certain laws, right, things happen, right? You got cursed because you didn't keep the law. If y'all been following along, that's it. That's the curse of the law. To have the white man over you, to worship wood and stone, your children to go out and you don't know if they're going to come back in or not. You being a bad father, you being a bad mother, you being a bad husband, you being a bad wife. That is the curse of the law. For breaking it, you have been made and turned into a slave. You are a servant, which is all Black History Month, February, is about. You being a good servant, wanting credit for things that you've made to make someone else stronger over you. That is Black History. Right. Black history does not represent anything great about us. It only shows us how great we are and how we should be if we would only follow our God. Every invention would be used for our people. Everything we have done for this country would have been used for our people. All of the brothers that fought in the military, Donald Trump done went in there just like that and told them we don't recognize it. Y'all know damn well they would never give us reparations in the first place, but they sit and they have these conversations amongst white people. We're the ones that stopped slavery. Hell, you the ones that caused it. What you want credit for? You want credit for being the slave master and the so-called freedom? Damn. That is crazy. These people are diabolical. But it says here in the book of Galatians, Christ have redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. Christ died. You understand? He was unalived by the Roman Empire. They unalived him. but he let his life go to be a curse for us. He lost his life in the manner that a child molester would, or an unaliver. He did nothing wrong, but he did that so that we could be brought back into the love of the Most High, so that this curse could be taken off of us. By us turning and changing our lives around, coming back to our heritage, coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and serving the Most High properly, being a people properly, not committing all these crazy crimes against each other, not hating one another, but to be joined as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as one nation, united under our power, who does not belong to anyone else. You understand? And it says, for it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree. Christ was hung from a tree, man. That was a curse on him.
Mm-hmm.
A curse that he shared with his brothers.
That's right.
When we hung from trees, it wasn't just because the white man is the devil. It was a sign to us to show that we were the children of the Lord.
That's right.
And that the Lord desires us to be a nation of people, to represent him on this earth, and to rule in that power over all the earth. Listen, man, you can't sit there and tell me that you are happy in this place. The scriptures teach us that this is not our resting spot, man. This ain't our resting spot. We don't need no damn 28 days to feel special. We need to be special every day. Come into this school, man. Come into this place of peace, man. Learn how to serve the Lord, man. Learn how to break the curse. Learn how to break the generational curse. Generational wealth. You want some generational wealth? I think Deuteronomy 28 described it perfectly to me what generational wealth is. But you won't have it. You'll never have it. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. You will never have it as long as this wicked devil rules over you. And he rules over you because you worship him as your God. Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, man. All the angels are black. Every prophet that came in this earth is black or brown, man. Not one African, not one Asian, not one white man, not one Arab. None of those other people ever stood with us or for us. They wasn't allowed. All through the Bible, it says, speak to the children of Israel. Speak to the children of Israel. It never says speak to the world. Speak to the children of Israel and everybody else. It never says it. Not one scripture in this Bible. Christ died so that you, the nigga from Brooklyn, the nigga from Florida, the nigga from Jersey, the nigga from Canada, the nigga that's born in Vietnam, in Vietnamese, the brother that's born in Cali, the brother that's born over in Africa. He died so that we wouldn't be called these disgusting terms. He died so that we could come from up under the foot of oppression, man. Y'all do understand that. I hope y'all do. Sir, you got anything you want to add, sir?
Oh no, listen, brother. You've been dropping bars this entire class, and it's so heavy because when you made the excellent point when you said Black history isn't what you think it is in relation to how we see it. You know, we're always constantly talking about we invented this, we invented that. We're trailblazers, and don't get it twisted. We are the trailblazers. We are the inventors. You know what I'm saying? We're your entrepreneurs, whatever the case may be. However, it's all of that was in the effort of building up another nation that never took the time to build us up.
That's perfectly said. That's perfectly said, man. And that's the one thing we got to understand, man. Like, I mean, listen, I could have. It'll take a whole month to go through and explain different things and Deuteronomy 28 and through. I mean, but it's just what our people need to understand, man. Like, your life is nothing what it's supposed to be. That's right. And it never will be here. You understand? Under this pedophile, you understand what I'm saying? Nation that runs us, that runs the world. And time is running out, brothers and sisters. Time is running out. Barakatah wa Yahweh Shai. Time is, the tables are about to turn. You understand? But you have to know who the son of perdition is. You have to know that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You have to know that you are the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You have to know that the things that are happening to you aren't happening to you because you're weak, because you're nothing, because you can't think for yourself. It's happening because you do not follow your power. You don't understand that this is Black history. Right. This is your history. Not inventing the peanut, right, and not seeing 1 cent of the residuals. Right. Not you see nothing, the residual of nothing. We only get rewarded with evil here because we don't understand that this is not a religious text. This is the history. This explains why you're a slave. Right. And it also has the history and the future of you being free. Right. You just got to come in and listen to the prophets. Damn right. You understand what I'm saying? MLK is not your prophet. Damn right. You know, the brother that was holding his hands up like this, touching the kids, that is not your prophet, man. That's right. The prophets are now should be carrying the commander general. Get these security announcements going. Listen, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the class, man. The water for having y'all, for having me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, Officer Yarash, man, on the ones and twos, man, dropping that knowledge. Thank y'all for participating, man, in the class. I appreciate y'all, brothers and sisters. Get these ISUPK announcements. It's the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for a year. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After a year, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular brother or sister, there's another 6 months and another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Right? And what you're gonna do is go to ISUPK.com. When you go in there, you'll look to the top in the left corner. You'll see a blue button that says tithes and donation. You go there and pay your tithes and give your donations. All right. The priest fund is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up holy convocations is the Feast of Purim. It'll be March. What's that, sir? March 2nd. March 2nd. So be ready for that. And also the Passover. Let's give that a hand. Right. The Passover, coming up in April, man. You understand what I'm saying? In Houston, Texas. Man, if you ain't got that ready, man, get it ready. Pays $200 for everyone 17 and older, man. You understand? Listen, this is the best time to be alive when the Passover come around because you're in a place where you see blacks, Latinos, and Native Indian Americans in the same place, and it ain't no crap. Right. In brotherhood, sisterhood, and in unity, man. So be looking at getting up with your camp leaders and make your reservations and everything. Get everything solid because that's coming up fast. All right. If any brother wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a scarf. Any sisters that want to come into the school, make sure you have your head wrapped, completely covered, and you have on a dress, and make sure that it's modest. All right, no extra. You understand? Come right. We don't come as we are, and you know that's not what that means. All right, and with that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the highest ranking man in the room, men of Israel. I imagine, sisters, Yeshavia, be seated. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat,
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Matah, sisters, stand, I imagine. Brothers, Saw, turn to the sisters, face the sisters. We're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak, Yahweh Shema, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Matah, with that, class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.